Well, hi everybody. This is DearMamaSal talking to you about love, life, and other problems. If you like a little bit of wit and wisdom in your life, then follow on. Today I'm talking to you a little bit more about the leadership conference that I am part of this weekend, because the lessons that the young people learn are lessons that maybe you never got a chance to learn or you have forgotten. When I did the opening address yesterday, I, as usual, picked on various members of the audience, and I was either congratulating them on something because I had gone early and witnessed different people, different personalities, different things about people, and I wanted to acknowledge the fact that everybody has value, everybody has a reason for being in the room, and everybody has lessons to teach us. And funny enough, that one young lady that I chose to talk about was one with an incredibly quiet voice, and I pushed her, and I don't mind telling you, I pushed her to actually find her voice. And she clammed up on me, if you understand what I'm saying, that rather than participate, she stayed inside herself. And I did something that I'm sure a few people in the room thought was not very pleasant, perhaps. And I said to her, I'm a very patient person, and we are going to do this. So if I have to wait for the next half hour for you to participate with me, I will do that. And I said it in a way that she knew that I meant it, and I did. And with that, I took 2 steps away and I said, now tell me. And she did. And I made sure that the whole room applauded her effort, because it was a big effort. I then took 2 more steps away from her and said, tell me again, and she did. And I eventually walked to the other end of the room and said, and tell me one more time, and she did. Now, you can imagine that the whole audience was so proud of her, and I really wanted to make sure that they sought her out during the course of the weekend and congratulated her on her courage, because it took great courage to do that. And I said, it's really strange, because every now and then I will pick on somebody, as I had on her, and most of them have come to me later and thanked me for it. Some of them years later still thank me for it, because they never forgot that if you are not heard, in so many cases you will be ignored. And I thought it important because I also opened up an email this morning from one of our viewers. And the viewer was telling me about a sister that she has that really takes advantage of her and tries to control her. And boy, I can relate to it. But what she said is that because she'd been part of the DearMamaSal group, she had learned that she has a choice whether to be controlled or not. And she was giving me examples where she just refused to be controlled in a couple of issues, which of course caused a problem. Because if you are used to controlling somebody and suddenly they don't play that game anymore, the chances are you're going to have a pretty negative pushback. And that's what people do. They think that by getting angry with you or insulting you or doing whatever, that it's going to make you get back in line and behave the way you used to. But unfortunately, once you've learned that you have the right to choose how people treat you, and part of the reason people treat us the way they do is because we allow them to. Once you got that one in your brain, then you're not going back. And so all credit to my viewer, and I'm not going to mention who it is, but all credit to my viewer who really stood her ground and said, I just choose not to be treated like this. And the other thing that she was talking about was that there are so many areas of her life where this human being controls her life and frustrates her. And just in the way that she wrote to me, I could tell that she's beginning to really get it. That, this is like, she doesn't have to put up with this. She can choose to get out of the way. You're not going to change this other person, right? They have to choose to change. So you're not going to be able to change them. So waiting or getting angry with them. I read somewhere in the last week, it must have been, something I was listening to. I heard somewhere this week that anger is about sort of laying down blame on somebody in a lot of cases. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, gosh, that's true. When people don't do what we want them to, we get angry with them. Or when we think it's not fair, their behavior to us wasn't fair, we get angry with them. Hoping that we will set them straight. And then I was thinking about what a waste of energy that is, really. Because they're not going to change. They're entitled to their opinion, right or wrong. They're entitled to it. The same as you're entitled to your opinion, right or wrong. And sometimes it's just easier not to try and change them, just to walk out of the way. Which, by the way, is what this viewer did. And I was so proud when I read what she did. I went, wow, that is amazing. Good work. The reason that I'm telling the whole of this story is after I'd finished speaking, the young lady that I had challenged, the young lady that I had really pushed very hard, came up to me and thanked me. And she thanked me from a place that was really quite something. Brought tears to my eyes, the emotion that she gave me about it. And I said, why is this so emotional for you? And she said, I just lost a job. And I said, why? She said, because I was too quiet. I wasn't able to be heard. How did you know? I said, I didn't. And then there's that part of me that wants to tell you, why did I pick on this lady? This young lady? Why did I pick on her? Why did I take the risk of all people? Normally at the beginning of something like this, I will pick on the strong, not the weaker people. Maybe on the last day I'll pick on a weaker person, but there was, weaker, but I'd seen growth in. But normally I wouldn't do that. So why was I driven to actually work with her on this issue of being heard? I don't think it was by accident, quite honestly. I think I was led to talk with her. And by the way, after that, something even more strange happened. Because the facilitators came to me and said, do you know who she is? And I said, yeah, and I mentioned her name. They said, no, do you know who she is? Do you know who her daddy is? And I said, no. And it turns out that I know her daddy really well. And I had no idea. So is it a coincidence, I wonder? I don't believe in coincidences. Did I make a difference in her life yesterday? I hope so. Because I told her that whenever this happens, she needs to see me standing in front of her again, going, "Tell me again," and again. And hopefully she will. And on that thought, remember to look after one another. But most of all, remember to look after yourself. This is Dear Mama Sal saying bye-bye for now.